Hello everyone, let's see 4.1 factorial binomial. What is factorial? It is factorial of a non-negative number. N is the product of all positive integers less than or equal to n. For example, 3 factorial. The factorial has the exclamation mark, but here in math we say that's factorial. It is starting from 3, multiplied by the number less than 3, 2, multiplied by the positive integer less than 2, 1. That's all. The multiplication is 6. 5 factorial means 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. We multiply them together, we have 120. And next one. If we have 5 factorial divided by 3 factorial, on the top we have 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, all divided by 3 times 2 times 1. Since the top and bottom, they have the same factor, I can do the cancellation. Then we have 5 times 4, which is 20. You can also say all of this I highlighted is 3 factorial, and divided by 3 factorial, they are cancelled. So we have 5 times 4, which is 20. You can do either way. So this one, we are having 5 times 4, 20. Next example, 108 factorial is 108 times 107 times 106 times 150, 105, etc. And the denominator is 105 times 104, etc. But I know that the top, this part is 105 factorial. I can rewrite this part to be 105 factorial. So the top and bottom, same factor, they're cancelled. The solution is 108 times 107 times 106. We can use our calculator to do the computation. It's 1, 2, 2, 4, 9, 3, 6. All right, let's see next one. Next one is not the number. It has the variable n. So what is the top? The top is n plus 2 factorial. So n plus 2 factorial is n plus 2 times the integer 1 less than n plus 2, which is n plus 1, multiplied by 1 integer less than n plus 1 is n, etc. Or we can also say n factorial. And the denominator is n factorial. The top and bottom one, they are cancelled. Solution is n plus 2 times n plus 1. Let's see next one. N minus 1 factorial divided by n plus 1 factorial. So on the top, we have n minus 1 times n minus 2, etc. And the denominator is n plus 1 times next integer less than n plus 1 is n times n minus 1, etc. But if I will stop here. So n minus 1, we should say factorial. And on the top is the n minus 1 factorial. I don't have to expand it. I just put n minus 1 factorial top and bottom. Then on the top is 1, denominator is n plus 1 times n. Okay, let's see next one. How to simplify this. On the top, I can expand several terms, not all of them. So n plus 3 times n plus 2 times n plus 1. And the last one is n plus 1 factorial. The denominator is n plus 1 factorial. So we do the cancellation. We have n plus 3 times n plus 2. Okay, let's see next one. Next one, we have The top is n minus 2 factorial, bottom is n. So if I'm starting from the n, because the n is greater than n minus 2, so n factorial is n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 factorial. On the top is n minus 2 factorial. So we can do the cancellation. Top is 1, bottom is n times n minus 1. Okay, let's move on to see the combination. Before we start to look at the combination, maybe we can have an example. For example, if it's going to be my birthday, I'm inviting some of my friends. For example, I have my friends' name. They are Anna and Bo and Hatin. For example, I have 3 friends. If I'm going to choose all of them to come to my birthday party, I have only one option. That means all of them coming to my party. So that is one combination. But now I'm thinking I don't have enough maybe supplies or enough food to make me a big party. I can choose maybe one of them to be in my party. For example, I can choose Anna. So example, if I'm choose one friend from 3. So the first option is I can choose Anna. Second option is I can choose Bo. Third option, I can choose Hatin. That means I have 3 options if I choose one friend from 3 of them. So the notation we are using is from 3 friends, I will choose one friend. And this notation means n choose j or 3 choose 1. And we have 3 options. But now if I changed my mind, I'm not doing this. I'm choosing 2 from 3. Oh, the new notation is 3 choose 2. Let's see how many combinations do I have. So if I'm choosing 2 from these 3, so first option, I'm going to choose Anna and Bo. Or second option is Anna and Hatin. And the third option, I can choose Bo and Hatin. I think that's all. I don't have other options. So I got 3 combinations. Let me erase my question mark. From 3 choose 2, I have 3 combinations. And at the beginning, I say choose all of them. 3. So 3 choose 3. I got only 1 options. And 3 choose 0. That means I don't invite anybody to my party. That means I only have 1 option. That's all. Now, let's introduce a new definition. Is combination. This notation is n choose j. N is a big pool of the number of my friends. And from n, I will choose j. And the number of combinations that can be made choosing j objects out of the set of n objects. So for example, if I say 3 choose 1, I know from the previous example it is 3. But now I have huge numbers. I have 100. And then I choose 10 from 100. That will be the huge computations. So we're having a formula. So n choose j is equal to n factorial divided by j factorial multiplied by n minus j factorial. Okay, let's see first example. First example is 6 choose j. That means I need to choose 6 choose 4. Choose 4 objects from 6. I can use my formula. On the top is n, which is the big number 6. 6 factorial divided by 4 factorial. Multiply by 6 minus 4 factorial. Let's do the simplification. 6 factorial divided by 4 factorial. Multiply by 2 factorial. And I can expand the big number on the top for several terms. So 6 times 5 times 4. I know 4. After the 4, I'm having 3, 2, 1. They are 4 factorial. The denominator has 4 factorial and 2 factorial. So this 2, the 4 factorial, they're cancelled. I'm going to have 6 times 5 divided by 2 factorial, which is 2 times 1. And let's do the simplification. We have 5. Okay, let's see next example. If I have 12 choose 3, so on the top of the formula we have 12 factorial. I'll divide it by 3 factorial and 12 minus 3 factorial. And let's rewrite it. 12 factorial over 3 factorial multiplied by 12 minus 3 is 9 factorial. So we can expand my 12 factorial for a couple of terms. 12 times 11 times 10 times 9. And after the 9, I have 8, 7, 6, a lot of numbers. And that represents 9 factorial. So the bottom is 3 factorial and 9 factorial. The reason why I stop at 9 because the bottom has a 9. I can do the cancellation between these two factorials. So the top is 12 times 11 times 10 times 10. The 9 factorial is cancelled. Denominator is 3 times 2 times 1. And we can do the cancellation. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 and the 12 is cancelled. I have 2. So 2 times 11 times 10 is 220. So the solution is 220. So how about this? The old question I mentioned. How about to choose 4 from 4? If I have 4 objects. Last one is triangle. I want to choose 4 items from these 4. I just have one option is choose all of them. So it is 1, just one options. So if you see n, choose n. You don't have to use the formula. You just say 1. And how about so 4 choose 0? How about 4 choose 0? So from these 4, I don't choose any of them. I choose none of them. Oh, that means I have only one option. That means do not choose any of them. So when you see the n, choose n, it is 1. Or you see the n choose 0, it is also 1. Let's see binomial theorem. For any non-zero real numbers a and b, a plus b to the nth power is equal to sigma j from 0 to n, n choose j times a to the n minus j times b to the j's power. What is the meaning of the sigma notation? That means sum. First term plus second term plus third term plus to the nth term. So the index number is j starting from 0 to n. So let's expand this one. A plus b to the nth power is equal to, my first term is here, is equal to n choose 0 because my index number j is starting from 0. So here is the j starting from 0 is my first term. And then multiply by a to the n minus j. My first j is 0. So minus 0, it is n. And then b to the 0's power, or b to the j's power. J now is 1, is 0. In the previous lesson, we say j is starting from 1. So first term, j is equal to 1. But now, the first term is 0. Okay, how about second term? Second term is n choose 1. And multiply by a to the n minus 1's power. Multiply by b to the j's power, which is 1. Then plus n choose 2 times a to the n minus 2 times b to the second power, etc. And then the last term is choose, so n choose n. And then a to the n minus j. Now the j is n. So n minus n is equal to 0. So here I should put the 0 here. And then b to the nth power. For example, if I have a plus b to the second power, I know that if I want to expand this, I'm using the formula we have learned, FOIL it. I'm going to have a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. What did I do? I distribute, combine like terms, I have this. But now I have the formula. So let's use the formula to find the value. The first thing is n choose 0. N is 2 because the power here is 2. That is my nth value. So 2 choose 0 multiplied by a to the a to the second power, because n minus, so 2 minus 0 is 2. The formula here is n minus j, so let's just say 2. Multiply by b to the 0 power, because index number j now is 0. And plus 2 choose 1, because j increased. And a to the 2 minus 1, which is 1. Maybe we can do the simplification later. And then b to the j's power, which is 1, plus 2 choose 2 multiplied by a to the 2 minus 2. So the 2 minus the j, 2, multiplied by b to the second power, because now j is 2. Let's do the simplification. So what is 2 choose 0? 1. So all of this part is 1. I have a squared, and plus, what is 2 choose 1? So 2 choose 1, we can use the formula, which is 2 factorial over 1 factorial multiplied by 2 minus 1 factorial. So 2 minus 1 factorial is 1. So all of this is equal to 2, but we can simplify later. And then raise it to the a to the first power times b to the first power. And last one, 2 choose 2, that means 1. So 1 times a to the 0 power times b squared. So we are having a squared plus 2ab. So the circle part is 2. And then plus b squared. Did you see that this one and this one, they are the same? And the formula helped us to find the expanded form. So some of you say, I prefer to use the FOIL method or use a perfect square trinomial, find the solution. But how about higher level, higher power? For example, let's borrow a space here. If I have a plus b to the 6th power, and what should I do? Maybe make it easier. To the 4th power. How can I find the expansion? I don't want to do this. That's too much computations. So let's use the formula. Let's practice the formula again. First term is 4 choose 0. And then multiply by a to the 4 minus 0, which is 4, multiplied by b to the 0 power, because b's power is the j's power. And then plus 4 choose 1 multiplied by a to the 3rd power, because the 3rd is equal to 4 minus, use the subtraction between these two. So that's the 3 multiplied by b to the 1st power, because 1 is here, plus 4 choose 2 times a squared times b squared, plus 4 choose 3 times a times b cubed, plus 4 choose 4. This is the last term because we have n choose n is my last term. and a to the 0 power multiplied by b to the 4th power. You can do the simplification. That is a to the 4th plus 4. So you can do this computation here. So 4 times a cubed times b, then plus 4 choose 2. So what is 4 choose 2? That's 6. You can put 6 times a squared times b squared. You can also do this. 4 choose 2 is equal to 4 factorial over 2 factorial times 2 factorial. And you do the simplification, that's 6. Okay, then plus, so 4 choose 3, it is 4. ab cubed plus 1 times b to the 4th. Okay, so we can use this formula, can find the expanded the binomial to the nth power really quick. Okay, here are some notes. Okay, number of the term is n plus 1. Yes, it is. You see that now we have the power 4, or n is equal to 4. At the end, we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms at the end. And if I have the power 2, so let's use different highlighter. You see, here is power 2. I'm going to have 1, 2, 3 terms. Okay, the second note is exponent of A are the descending order. Exponent of B is the ascending order. Yes, it is, because you see the term here, to a to the 4th, a cubed, a squared, a to the 1st power, a to the 0th power. The a's power is descending, but the b's power is ascending from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And number 3, sum of exponent of a and exponent b in the same term is always equal to n. Yes, it is. You see the sum. 4 plus 0 is n, which is 4. 3 plus 1 is 4, is n. 2 plus 2 is 4, which is n. First power plus third power, 1 plus 3 is n, which is 4. 0 plus 4 is 4. Number 4, j is 1 less than the term number. Okay, where is the term number and j? We say that the j is here. These are all j. And for my first term, we say first term is a sub 1. So a sub 1 is my first term. But my first term j is 0. Okay, so if I see the j's number, then I need to plus 1. That's my terms number. For example, if I'm looking for the fourth term, the fourth term means j is equal to 3. Let's see which term has the j is 3. Okay, here, this term. So the j is 3. So this term is the fourth term. Okay, let's move on. Pascal triangle. So what is Pascal triangle? It asked me to write the 7 rows. So let me show you the triangle first, and then I will explain what is the meaning of this triangle. So the Pascal triangle is the top of the triangle is 1, and then second row is 1, 1. Third row is 1, 2, 1. And the fourth row is 1, 3, 3, 1. Did you see something? That the sum of these two numbers can make us 3. And the sum of these two numbers can make us 3. Okay, that means next term. So the number between them must be 4. The number between these two, the bottom one, is 6. And then sum up the number here is 4. And the outside, they are all 1s. So I put 1 here, 1 here. So next row, so still the first term is 1, and then we have 5. That's coming from 1 plus 4. 10, 10, 5. Outside is 1. Next row is 1, 6, 15, 20, 15, 6, 1. We can find more. So 1, 7, 21, 35, 35. This is 21 and 7, 1. So how many rows do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I shouldn't list 8 rows because it's asking me 7 rows, but it doesn't matter. So these numbers represent the coefficient of my binomial factored by the expanded binomial terms. So what is the meaning of that? For the nth term binomial, for example, a plus b is binomial, and I raise it to the nth term. And if so the first one means n is equal to 0. Second one, n is equal to 1. And for example, if I have a plus b to the 0th power, that means 1. And n plus a plus b to the first power, it is a plus b. You see, the 1 here, they are coefficient of my term a and b. And then let's move on to see the third line. That means n is equal to 2. So a plus b is to the second power. I'm going to have, so these are the coefficient of that term. So we're having a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Yes, my coefficient of the first term is 1, second term is 2, third term is 1. It matches my Pascal triangle. So next line or next row means n is equal to 3, which means my power of a plus b is third power. And we are having a cubed, then plus 3 times a squared times b plus 3 times a times b squared plus b cubed. So how did I find this part? These parts is coming from the formula here, the binomial theorem. And what is the meaning of the numbers in the Pascal triangles? There are coefficient of the each term here, 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 and here. Also, that means n choose j. Okay, so also this means n choose j. So if I keep finding a plus b to the fourth power, so these are the coefficient of each term. And the next line is a plus b to the fifth term, a plus b to the sixth term, a plus b to the seventh term. So you can expand them and you don't have to do the computation because from Pascal's triangle, you can find what is that. Okay, let's see. Expand and simplify. So this one is n equals 4. So n equals 4 is my line 5. So this line represents n equals 4. So I can keep it there. How to expand it? So if I want to expand it, I don't have to write the sigma notation. I just say first term is equal to, from 4, I choose 0, multiply by first term, x to the fourth power, or 4 minus 0. Second term is negative 3, y to the 0th power, plus 4, choose 1, multiply by x to the 4 minus 1, 3, multiply by negative 3 times y to the first power, and then plus 4, choose 2, multiply by x squared, which is 4 minus 2, multiply by negative 3 times y to the second power, then plus 4, choose 3, multiply by x, multiply by negative 3y cubed. We don't have enough space. So last term is 4 choose 4 times x to the 0 power times negative 3y to the 4th power. And these numbers I highlighted, they are 4 choose 0, 4 choose 1, 4 choose 2, 4 choose 3, 4 choose 2. 4 choose 4. I don't have to do the computation because they are on my table or in my triangle. So I can just copy them down. They are 1 times x to the 4th and to the 0 power, that means 1. And then plus 4 times x cubed times negative 3y, first power, plus 4 choose 2 means 6. 6 times x squared times negative 3y squared plus, okay, I don't have enough space. So plus 4 times x times negative 3y cubed. So plus 1 times x to the 0 is 1, and the negative 3 y to the 4th. Let's do the simplification. X to the 4th minus 12x cubed y. And then I should have this 2 outside of the parentheses. Okay, so it is 54 times x squared times y squared. And then next term is 4 times negative 27. It is negative 108 minus 108 times x times y cubed. And the last term is plus 3, negative 3 to the 4th is 81, y to the 4th. So we can divide it here. Okay, we found our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms. Because the power is 4, I must have 5 terms. Okay, let's see next example. And we use the same method. And now I'm choosing which row. So let's erase this because it confuses us. So now if the power is 5, I'm going to choose this row. Because this row, the power means 5. So they are 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. Okay, let's expand it. First, I can expand it like this. So 5 choose 0, multiply by my 2x to the 5 minus 0, which is 5. Multiply by 3 to the 0th power, plus 5 choose 1 times 2x to the 4th, 5 minus 1. Multiply by 3 to the 1st power, plus 5 choose 2 times 2x to the 3rd power times 3 squared, plus 5 choose 3 multiply by 2x to the 2nd power times 3 cubed, plus 5 choose 4 times 2x to the 1st power times 3 to the 4th power. And then plus, last term is 5 choose 5, and 2x to the 0 power times 3 to the 5th power. So let's do the computation. 5 choose 0 is 1. So that's 2x to the 5th. So let's solve this part first, the combination first. And then multiply by 1 plus 5 choose 1 is 5. And so you have either method to solve 5 choose 1. You can use the formula, which is 5 factorial over 1 factorial multiplied by 4 factorial. You can also use the triangle to find my second, which is 5. Okay. Next one, oh, we're not done. So what is 2x to the 4th multiplied by 2x to the fourth, multiplied by 3 plus 5 choose 2 is 10. So 10 times 2x cubed times 3 squared plus 10 times 2x squared times 3 squared. Oh, I should move down a little bit. So next term is plus, I have a mistake here, is 3. Plus 5 times 2x times 3 to the fourth. Last term is plus 3 to the fifth. So let's see if I have no mistake. And then we have 2 to the fifth is 32. So 32x to the fifth. And then plus 5 times 16 times 3. So 5 times 16 times 3. So 15 times 16. We can use our calculator. It is 240x to the fourth. And then plus, so 2 cubed is 8. 8 times 9, 72, 720x cubed. Then plus 10 times 4 times 27. It is 1080x squared. And then plus, so 3 cubed is 81. So 81 times 2 times 5. So 10 times 81 is, so 810 times x plus 3 to the fifth is 243. So this is a solution. Okay, let's move on. I also want to check if my first term, 2x, the x power is descending. Yes, it is descending. All right, let's see next example. Find the nth term. Find the sixth term of the given binomial to the eighth power. Okay, so if I'm looking for the eighth term, so eighth term is n choose j, and then multiply by a to the n minus j's power, multiply by b to the j's power. If I can find my j, so it's easy for us to find the sixth term. What's the relationship between the term number and the j? So we say j is 1 less than the term number. So for example, if I'm looking for the term 6, I'm looking for n choose 5. So what should I do? I need to erase the j with 5. Let's memorize that. If I'm looking for the sixth term, j must be 5. So let's use the formula to find my a sub 6. A sub 6 is equal to 8 choose 5. And then multiply by a, which is 3x. 3x to the 8 minus 5, which is 3, multiplied by 2 to the fifth power. And then we can do the simplification. What is 8 choose 5? We can use our formula. So 8 factorial over 5 factorial multiplied by 3 factorial, which is 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 factorial. And then do the cancellation. We have 8 times 7 times 6 divided by 3 times 2. Cancelled, 56. All right, so we have 56 times 3 cubed means 27x cubed multiplied by x to the fifth. So x to the fifth is 32. It's hard for me to do the computation between the number, but I can use my calculator. So we can use our calculator to find this number is 48384x cubed. This is my sixth term. Okay, let's find the number 2. Find the 7 terms of x plus x squared to the 12th power. What is the meaning of 7th term? That's n sub 6. So the j is 1 less than the term number. So a sub 7 is equal to 12 choose 6 multiplied by first term x to the 12 minus 6, 6 multiplied by second term x squared to the j's power, which is 6. And we can use our calculator to do the computation. For some of you say, how to use my calculator to find this? So we can do this. So we have 12, and then we click math. So we can find the PRB. So PRB, and then scroll down. You see, it is NCR because N choose R. So we hit enter. So we have, let's do this. So let's click math and then click PRB and scroll down. NCR, N choose R, hit enter. So we have 12 and move the cursor. We have 6 and then hit enter. So it's easier. So 9 to 4. We don't have to do the computation, but in your exam, I still want you to do the computation. I know if I'm using my calculator, I can find it. 12 to 6 is 9 to 4. So how can we do this? So let's click math, and then let's click PRB, and then let's choose, I think the third one is what is that? Is NCR? Yes, I think yes, the third one is NCR. N choose R. So we have 12 choose 6, and also it means 12 choose 6. So if you are using the TI-30, I think a TI-30 calculator, you can click PRB on your calculator, and second one you can also, I think the second option, it is also the NCR, which is N choose R. That's so all of the calculator has, most of the scientific calculator or graphing calculator has the button. Okay, so if I found the value, I just copy the value. You can also do this, 12 factorial over 6 factorial, multiply by 6 factorial, and then you expand it, 12 times 11 times 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 factorial over 6 factorial. They are cancelled. Another 6 factorial is here. 6 is equal to 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2. And then let's do the cancellation. We can find the same solution. Okay, let's see. We have 924 x. This is to the 6. And then here is, here is 2 times 6 is 12. So we have 6 plus 12, 924 times x to the 18th power. Okay, let's move on. Find the term of this. So I'm looking for the a sub 5. So I'm having 8 choose 4, multiply by 4x to the 4th power. And then multiply by negative 3y. Do not ignore you have a negative sign here. And then raise it to the 4th power. So this 4 is coming the 4 here. And this 4 is coming from 8 minus 4. Okay, so let's move on. We can use our calculator to do the PRB. So let's click math and then PRB. And the third one, NCR. So the N is equal to, I think it's 8. And the R is 4. So 8 choose 4. Let's see, is 70. Let's copy the question here. Is 70 multiplied by 4 to the 4th power is 256 multiplied by x to the 4th. And then negative 3 to the 4th is positive 81 y to the 4th. So let's combine these numbers together using the calculator. We're having 1451520. So that's a huge number. Times x to the 4th times y to the 4th. Okay. So the coefficient of my fifth term is this. Okay, let's see next example. Find the fourth term in the expansion of this. So fourth term, I'm looking for 7 choose 3 because it's fourth term. So a sub 4 is equal to 7 choose 3, 1 less than the j. And multiply by first term 2 to the 4th power. Second term is 1/2 x to the 4th to the 3rd power. And let's do the simplification. 7 choose 3. So if I want to evaluate 7 choose 3 with my hand. Oh, no. It is 7 factorial divided by 3 factorial times 4 factorial. It is 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 factorial over 3 factorial times 4 factorial. So they are cancelled. And then expand the 3 factorial, 3 times 2 times 1. The top is 7. So, let's see. Let's come back again if it allow me to write anything. Yes. Okay, on the top is 7 times 6 times 5. So 3 times 2 and 6, they are cancelled. We have 35. We don't have to use calculator. 35 times 2 to the 4th. So 2 to the 4th is 16. Multiplied by 1/2 times 1/2 times x to the 4th, and then cube it. So we can cube the 1/2, and then x to the 4th, then cube it. So we multiply these two, we got 12th power. And then this one, we can raise the top to the 3rd power and raise the bottom to the 3rd power. 1 over 3, 2 cubed, which is 8. And then x to the 12th is equal to, so 18, 16, 8, they are cancelled. I got 2. Excuse me. Is 70 times x to the 12th. Okay, let's see. Next example. Find the term containing no x. It's not asking me which term I'm looking for, but I'm looking for a term containing no x. Okay, so for every term, the term notation must be n choose j multiplied by my first term, 8x to the n minus j multiplied by second term, 1 over 2x to the j's power. If I don't have my x, the x here and the x here, they are cancelled. So without looking at the constant number, without looking at the 8 and the 1/2, we are only looking at the x. So we are going to have, from the previous step, we're having x to the n minus j multiplied by 1 over x to the j's power. Do not look at the numbers, only look at the x, because the question says no x. Let's focus on the x. So the multiplication between this is x to the n minus j, all divided by x to the j's power. And then we know that if the top and bottom, they have the same base, we can do the subtraction, x to the n minus j minus j. So we have x to the n minus 2j. So if we say there is no x term, the power of the x is 0. Oh, that means I can tell that n minus 2j is equal to 0. Okay, we can move this part here. So that means x to the n minus j divided by x to the j is equal to x to the n minus j, which is x to the n minus 2j is equal to x to the 0's power, because no 0 term, that means no x term means the power of x is 0. Now we have the equation between the power, which is n minus 2j is equal to 0. N is equal to 2j. What is the n's value? N is given, is 8. So I say 8 is equal to 2j, so j is equal to 4. So if j is equal to 4, so a sub 5 is equal to n choose 4 multiplied by 8 to the x to the, n is given, is 8, so we don't have to put the n. So 8, so 4's power multiplied by 1 over 2x to the 4's power. Okay, what is 8 choose 4? We can use our calculator. Let's click math and PRB and 3 NCR. So we have 8, we choose 4 from it. It is 40. Oh, it's the same question like the previous one. Okay, so it is 70 multiplied by 8 to the 4's power. So 8 to the 4th multiplied by x to the 4th multiplied by 1 over 2 to the 4th multiplied by x to the 4th. So the x term, they are cancelled. We can do the cancellation. So that's huge computation. We can ask our calculator to help us. So it is 7. So I don't know what is that. So we can put all of these in our calculator. So we have 70 multiplied by 8 to the, to the 4th power. And then move the cursor, divided by 2 to the 4th power. Okay, let's hit enter. It's 17920. So it's 17920. And without a variable x term. Okay, it's pretty fun here. Find the term containing y cubed in the term, in the square root of 2 plus y to the 12th. What is the coefficient of the term containing y cubed? So let's see, what is a y cubed term? So any term is equal to 12, choose j, and then multiply by square root of 2 to the 12 minus j multiplied by y to the j's power. Okay, so it doesn't matter what is the j. Oh, it is matter the j, because the question is looking for the y's power is j. We only have one factor has the, which is y to the j's power, has the power 3. So only if j is 3. So if j is 3, I'm looking for 12, choose 3, multiply by square root of 2 to the 12 minus 3, which is 9, multiply by y to the 3rd power. Now let's just evaluate this part. So we are having 12 choose 3. Let's use the original way. 12 factorial over 3 factorial times 9 factorial, which is 12 times 11 times 10 times 9 factorial is 3 factorial times 9 factorial. Cancelled. The bottom is 6 because 3 times 2 is 6. Top is 12 times 11 times 10. We have 2. So we have 220 multiplied by square root of 2 to the 9th power. So we can use our calculator, but I know that square root of 2 to the 8th power. So this one is equal to 2 to the 4th power, which is 16. Then multiply by square root of 2. So 16 square root of 2. We can simplify this part. 16 square root of 2 multiplied by y cubed. And combine the numbers together, we have 3520 square root of 2 y cubed. So if the question is asking about the coefficient of y cubed, you just input this in your homework. Okay, let's see. Find a term containing x cubed. It's a similar question like the previous one. So let's express the nth term. The nth term notation is from 5, choose the j term. Okay, choose j, and then first term is 3x, and raise it to the 5 minus j, multiply by 2 to the j's power. Okay, only the factor here has the x. That means the power 5 minus j must be 3. So from here I can say that 5 minus j must be 3. So the j is 2. So I'm choosing 5. I'm having 5 choose 2 multiply by 3x to the 3rd power multiply by 2 squared. And 5 choose 2 is 10. 10 times 27 times x cubed times 4. We can do some computation. 10 times 27 times 4. If I don't use a calculator, we can use hand. So it's 1080x cubed. Okay, let's see the last question. Find the term containing x to the 4th. So similar. So we're looking for the term, which is 8. Choose j. Multiply by first term x squared, and then raise it to the 8 minus j, multiply by 3 over x, raise it to the j's power. Now, we have two factors. They both have the x. Okay, what should I do? I need to combine them together, make sure my power of the x is 4. Okay, we can move the term here, move the expression here. So, x squared, and then raise it to the 8 minus j. So combine the 2 and the 8 minus j. I'm going to have 2 times 8 minus j. And then multiply by, do ignore the 3 on the top. Just look at the x part. X to the j. Combine them together to x to the 2 times 8 minus j divided by x to the j's term. Do the subtraction between the power. We're having x to the 2 times 8 minus j. It is distribute the 2. We have 16 minus 2j minus j means minus 3j. And I'm looking for the x power is 4. Okay, so 16 minus 3j is equal to 4. And then we can solve for the j. We can minus 4 both sides. 12 minus 3j is equal to 0, and plus 3j both sides. So 12 is equal to 3j. J is equal to 4. Yes. And then we can plug it in the expression 8. Choose 4. Multiply by x to the x squared to the fourth power multiplied by 3 over x to the fourth power. And then we can use our calculator to find the 8 choose 4, which is 70, and then multiply by x to the, multiply them together, 8th power, multiply by 3 to the 4th is 81, and the denominator is x to the 4th. Simplify the x, we have x to the 4th. We have 70 times 81 times x to the 4th. And then do the multiplication is 5, 6, 7, 0, x to the 4th. I found my the term, and this is, so what is a j? A j is 4, so that's my fifth term. Okay.